Ladies and gentlemen, we're live. I am Jack Edwards
Big George
alongside,
as usual.
and we are the North South Connection, and we are joined by Kansas City's finest.
Ladies
Oh,
and gentlemen,
There you
my
go.
name is... No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Go ahead, John. I'm done.
he is co-host of the Kingdom Cast. He is a big-time wrestling fan, one of our favorites. Country Boy, thanks for coming back. We appreciate it.
What it is? What up?
Now, this is your idea, so we had to have you on, and you're going to special guest commissioner. So if you're a
Yeah.
commissioner, like who you model your commissionership after? Like
Oh,
Mick
I want to
Foley?
say, Shawn Michaels when he was hiding an asshole. He's up there.
That big ass suit.
Yeah.
When he was
Yeah,
popping
yeah.
them pills?
Change my theme music. What he used to take, he used to tell Triple H.
It was everything.
Oh, Commissioner Shawn Michaels and The Rock have one of the best promos when The Rock is like, that's not it. When he says, I'm the best there is, the best there was, he's damn it, that's
Nah,
not it.
that's not my
And Shawn Michaels, hell of a promo. Hell of a promo by The Rock and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, those were back in the
Who
good old
else was
days.
a good commissioner?
Foley was good.
Foley was good. Foley was good.
Slaughter was okay.
Slaughter got DX over because they used to terrorize Slaughter ass
Remember when they had the
Yeah.
windshield wipers
with the
on?
windshield.
They used to talk, boy. They
That
gave
was
him
Totally off
disrespectful.
subject. Totally off subject. Shawn Michaels' funniest thing he ever did. He was walking down the aisle and he was like, "You suck it, you." He was just pointing at fans saying, "Suck it." That funniest. I died. I died laughing at
good
it.
healthy place. You laughing
Go
was
ahead, man. We had a conversation. I'm not taking over the show. I'm letting y'all dictate what
good.
happens.
No. So
We're gonna
good.
call it the ring.
The show. We got to call it what we call it. But
I'm a
we
ring
definitely
general,
gotta,
though.
we definitely got to see how you got into this thing, because of course, like the last
Yeah.
time when we got you on, you kind of asked us how we got into it. So,
Yes.
how did you get into wrestling? How did you get to being a super fan at some point?
All right. So all of my people are like from East Texas or
Really?
around Texas. Henderson, Tyler, Longview,
Okay.
Kilgore, all that stuff. So my mom and dad from Kansas City, though. So born in Kansas City, I lived with my mom in Texas growing up. So as a kid, if you live in Texas, football,
Mm-hmm.
wrestling. So I haven't confirmed this yet. I was able to see the Von Erichs wrestle at a very young age. I can't say what Von Erich it was. I can't say who they were fighting, but I was at a wrestling show at a
Probably
very
wasn't
young age.
David.
So this got to be 80, between 85. Yeah, it got to be like between 83 and 85, something like that. So I was very young, very, very young. Thriller was out, so it had to be like 85.
Yeah.
So who would that be? Was David still alive in 85, John?
No, he died in
Iron
84.
Claw comes out May 10th on HBO Max. All you wrestling fans. Iron Claw, May 10th, HBO Max.
If you haven't
I
seen it
saw it.
already in theaters.
I seen the end. I work at a movie theater, so I kind of seen like the last 15 minutes. I kind of ruined it, but I do want to see it. I got to see it.
Yeah, you got to go back and see the whole thing.
So yeah, grew up in Kansas City in Texas, and wrestling just was a thing, and especially in Texas, like football and wrestling in Texas is religion.
Mhm.
You ain't got to tell me.
So growing up, of course, we were in the Attitude Era. So, bruh, we are spoiled as wrestling fans if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, because you had a great Nitro and a great Raw at the same time. And then there was a little company called ECW, which was like almost scary to watch. It's like, what is this? This is different.
Mhm.
So when we lived in Mississippi, we would go to New Orleans. ECW used to come on their television Like I didn't get ECW nowhere else but that. So I would watch it there. And I was like, this is crazy. So I did meet Chris Jericho in ECW though. So,
That was a long time ago. Did you?
yeah,
So
yeah. So man, yeah, I always been into wrestling. I did kind of fall off. I know John said that recently that he kind of fell off of wrestling. I kind of fell off because Cena was killing me. I love Cena, but he was killing me. And it was like, come on, bro. He's damn, he gonna drop 50 chairs on Umaga? For real? For real?
That was a lot of shares there.
I also just
Like,
got to the point where I had just had kids, right? So once I had kids, I kind of got out of it because it was
That's who.
my kids weren't into it. So were you primarily WWF when you were younger, like when you first got into it, or were you WCW?
I
Were
was
you both?
man, I was both. I was flipping back. If you hit a commercial, I'm going to Raw. Sorry.
Yeah.
And if Raw keep me, I'm gonna stay at Raw. But if Raw don't keep me, I'm going back. All of a sudden, Scott Hall is walking through Mall of America, and I'm in North Dakota at the time. I'm like, yo, this is great. Why is Razor Ramon on WC? I was brought in. You know what I'm saying? We knew wrestling. We knew the business. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't that crazy. I always knew the business. I don't know why, but I was always in. But I got back into wrestling right around the time that the NWO hit, and then I was hooked. It's like, bro.
I was lucky in Canada because TSN, which is like kind of ESPN in Canada, they broadcast Raw on Mondays because Raw always killed Nitro here, always destroyed it, and then they broadcast Nitro on Tuesdays.
Do you know how lucky you were? Do you know how lucky you were?
Because
we didn't have that. We didn't have that option. We did have Nitro replay. That's the only thing I love about Nitro. It replayed at 10 o'clock, I think. Or they played something else and then it came back at like 11 or something like that.
It came back at like 11.
Am I right? Yeah. Okay. So I would record. I would record the replay and go to bed and record the replay. So I taped over a lot of my daddy's movies. He was not happy about it.
And so you're back into it now. I know that a lot of us are also, we're back into it. What's kind of brought you back over the last couple of years like this? Is it like
The Rock?
Yeah.
I will say I caught an Austin Theory match one time. I was like, damn, like this. I ain't never seen that before. Like he had some moves that I was like, okay, all right. So yeah, definitely whenever The Rock comes back, I gotta watch. The Rock is, if you grew up in the 90s and you don't love The Rock, Stone Cold, those guys, if Stone Cold is advertised for Raw, I'm watching Raw. At least that set. You know what I'm saying? So it was The Rock is coming back this week. Okay. All right, I'm tuned in. Okay. Oh, this Bloodline thing is pretty interesting. I like this. So Bloodline and The Rock kind of got me back. Mm-hmm. And then Triple H has just been hitting them with bomb ass pay-per-views and angles, long-term storytelling. We're not doing you're only champ for 3 days and Kane wins at Money in the Bank, and then on Raw, you take the title from Kane. It's like, what are we doing here, Vince?
Well,
thinking about it, he hurt a lot of wrestling, bro. He stayed about 15 years too.
That's not a lie. I think he not necessarily
in hindsight,
at least
like,
10.
Bro.
But in hindsight, like I feel like it was a lot of wrestlers within that 10-year period that could have had much better careers and could have did a whole lot more with the company than they actually did when they were there. Simply because he was just too out of touch. And sometimes you can actually see it on screen where, it kind of started to happen so much to where, you had that whole Brock Lesnar thing where, after
Daniel Bryan? Daniel Bryan was kind of like that, where it was like, "Hey Vince, this kid is." I was watching Daniel Bryan. I never took long breaks from wrestling, but I was in for the Daniel Bryan yes movement, and I can see that building. It's like Vince, you're gonna have to put the title on this kid, man. He's over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when they did what they do, the Yes Movement took over Raw, and
Yeah.
it was like, nah, you gonna have to put the title on this kid. You know what I'm saying? And I
You
was
didn't
back
want
there
to.
watching Evolution too, so
You and
it
Evolution.
all goes back to Evolution, son.
This man want that Reign of Terror Triple H to kind of rule it.
Oh man, we're gonna have to discuss that Reign of Terror, the Reign of Terror.
I mean, in my mind, it wasn't a Reign of Terror. It just was
It-
the best player kept winning to me. And it's kind of like
you
the
know,
long term storyline. You kind of had to deal with
this is how I was looking at Cody. It's like, man, I used to root for The Rock to win, and Triple H used to get him all the time. But when he finally won, it was
worth it.
yeah, it was worth it. That's why I was like, yo, why are we rushing the story? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, Triple H used to beat The Rock on the regular, and it'd be like, yay, you either gonna do two things, nothing and love it. That's it. That's all you can do.
Shut
But
up and
when it was when he finally won, it was all that was worth it.
all that emotion as a fan
Hey,
kind of
bro, you know what I'm saying? I think Cody had a little bit of it, but it could have been a lot more. But
It was 2 years though. It wasn't like they like it was 2 years. They waited a long time. It's not like they
how
waited
how
2
long
years.
did The Rock wait though? Between
Not 2 years.
was it 2 years? It felt like
No. No. He
felt
was
like 6 pay-per-views in a row, bro.
he was champion in '99, lost it to Austin, and then I don't think he was champion again until
like
he
2000.
might have been for a short
So
time. He wasn't
2000.
so
Yeah, that
maybe a
was a year.
year.
Well, a year
So
was different when you're 19. A year is a long time.
yeah.
As I sit
When
at
you're in your
35,
40s, a year is like
Yeah.
it's a
Believe me,
difference.
it's going by quick.
No,
But
but yeah, man, I grew up around wrestling, so I always was into it. I've seen it. I've been into a couple of Raws, couple of SmackDowns. Bro, my dad bought me tickets, and I was so mad at him. I had to work, so I didn't know, but he had surprise bought me tickets to the first airing taping of SmackDown in Kansas City.
oh yeah,
The
I remember
one
that.
where The Rock versus Triple H, Shawn Michaels kicks him with the Sweet Chin music, cost The Rock the title. That SmackDown. He bought me tickets and didn't tell me because it was supposed to be a surprise, and I was at work. So
I'd
I
have walked
missed
off the job that day.
it. I did later on. Look,
Yeah, I
later
don't.
on I did.
So
Like,
you should have went. That's all I say. You should have went.
should have been
But
with
no, yeah. So I was at the pay-per-view with Triple H tour squad again versus Rated RKO in Kansas City.
With him and
okay.
Austin.
Him and no. Him and Shawn Michaels
Him and Shawn Michaels. I'm
against
sorry.
Rated RKO. Is that the same night that Kane won Money in the Bank? I want to say that was the same pay-per-view.
I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
remember.
All right, y'all can fact check me and then tweet me later on in the week. I think
Sure they will.
I think Kane won Money in the Bank. He didn't and then lost it. Really, he won the title or something. Did he won the title?
He won something that night.
He won something that night. So
Katie
yeah,
Vick,
that was
is
the
that the night he
pay-per-view.
won
So
Katie Vick?
Jesus. Anyway,
Anyway,
so yeah, I just always been into wrestling, man. Even when I was out of it, I was always aware. I always kept my ear to the streets in wrestling.
Yeah.
So,
the Texas is strong with you fellas. Isn't it?
bruh, Texas is different, man. Texas
It
is
is.
different.
What I hear.
It's one of the greatest places on earth, I guarantee you, in certain people's minds. So
So I think the because Kilgore is like not far from Tyler. So they
It's not
played
even
Patrick
far at all.
Mahomes. They played Patrick Mahomes in high school. Bro,
Yeah.
Texas, have you ever been to a Texas high school football game?
No, not me.
I know John's in Canada. I forget John's in Canada sometimes. But imagine WrestleMania on a Friday night at a high school. Isn't this like high school football? Imagine what you've seen in Arrowhead, but it's just high school football. It's the Friday Night Lights is real, bro.
When
It's very
I know
Jamal
the story.
when Jamal Charles was playing, when we were playing in high school, so it was like the first playoff game in my hometown for a while. Like we ain't been to the playoffs for a minute, and we would go to the playoffs every year, but it was just like
Where you from?
year.
Where you from? I'm sorry, real fast.
Port Arthur. Me and Jamal
Oh,
was
okay. Oh, PA.
Port Arthur
Hey.
Memorial, baby.
I'm still PMC. Okay, yeah. I love it.
That's look. I put it to you like this. When we was playing ball, we had like I think we had missed a year before on some like we got first round exited on some weak shit. Like hey, we gotta kind of live with it. Then we was playing this team Aldine MacArthur. I'll never forget it. And anybody who knows Jamal Charles knows that game. So we were down like 35-7 at the half. The stadium is full and dead. Jamal runs off like 300 in the third. just going. Oh yeah. No. Jamal was that dude. Like we had look, I put it to you like this. The whole half was literally hand the ball to him and get out the way. Bro was just taking it. I'm talking about 20-yard drives, 30-yard drives, just going and going and going. And I guess at that point in time, like when the crowd got live again, I mean, I put it to you like this: everybody started to leave, and this is the thing. When I say everybody started to leave, you can see spots in the crowd, but like once he started to come back, like everybody, I don't know where everybody came from. I don't know how they got back in the game, but the stadium was full again in the fourth quarter. So, and then it took up like so much traffic on the street just from like people trying to get back into the game that like it was amazing. Like just watching people trying to come back into the stadium, trying to see the finish of the game. It was crazy. So Texas football,
John, just imagine a car show, a fashion show, a football game,
in Toronto,
rap battles, gangsters, pimps, players. Just imagine all this in just a football stadium in bleachers. And just put some lights over it, and that's a Texas football game. It's
and
like
on a Friday
this
night,
is amazing.
You gonna eat dinner at the game?
We drove around for 3 hours before it was a car
game start. Yeah, before the game start, it's like everybody's in the parking lot. So before the games start, as a player, we'll be in the field house, but you can hear everything going outside in the parking lot as the sun starts to go down. As the stadium starts to rock, everything. I put it to you like this: it's the greatest feeling in the world to head out into a Texas football game on a Friday night. Let it be the first game of the season. Your heart might burst because it's just that exciting,
bro. Yeah, Texas football is the pure essence of like football, bro. I imagine Florida and Georgia,
easy.
Louisiana. They probably got the same. They probably got similar stories, but
absolutely,
California too. But Texas high school football is different, bro.
Yeah, I've definitely read a lot about Texas high school football and talking to George. The only thing I think we can compare it to up here is hockey. I don't think we had the pimps and players and rap battles there, but we definitely had a bit of fashion show probably, but that's probably the only thing you can compare it to is like we'll have junior hockey games. Like there's teams, guys, 16, 17 years old, playing in front of 10,000 people here in Canada. It's like and that's the league though where you go from there to the NHL. So it's pretty much professional hockey, but it's technically not. So, and I mean, that's probably the same way about Texas. I'm sure there's a couple dudes in Texas high school football who could probably play for a few NFL teams right off the hop.
Quickly for aspiring rap artists, do not ever battle a Texas rapper because I tried battling a Texas rapper and he literally battled chopped and screwed, and it was amazing. I won, but he rapped for 15 minutes. It was just continuously coming down, and it was like, how are you doing that? First of all,
It's an
It
art.
was amazing.
It's
It was
an art.
fun though. It was fun. Do not battle with a Texas rapper.
All right. So here's the show tonight. Big George has the coin.
Yes.
Basically, Country Boy is going to be the commissioner, the general manager, keep everything in line. George
Nick
and I are
Aldis.
yeah, Nick Aldis. We should have got him to wear a suit tonight. Jeez.
No, I got this.
So George, whoever wins the coin toss either gets to pick the show, or they get to pick the first wrestler. I think that's fair, right?
Let's
Is that all right?
Can we do two coin flips?
Let's flip.
Let's
Yeah,
do
let's
coin.
flip
That's
both.
fine. I'm gonna
Okay,
lose
let's
both
do
coin flips
I'm gonna
because
flip
All right.
both.
Heads is okay. Pick, John. What you gonna pick?
I'm gonna put tails.
All right. So okay. Hold on. So heads is Raw. SmackDown is tails.
No. John is tails, and he gets to pick whether he
What
wants
show?
Raw or
Okay.
SmackDown.
You're right. Okay. Let's go.
All right. So
We
And
trusting you with the coin flip. We trust you.
look,
And just so we can,
I have no reason to lie. I'm gonna be honest with you guys because for one, I would love to have the second pick if I really had to tell y'all. That's what I
Okay.
want. But
We'll see.
we'll see how the coin flips. So it's currently
Let's go.
laid flat.
and so we each pick five, and we got to have one tag team and one women's
It's tails.
and then 3 at large.
It's tails.
And it doesn't, tails.
So John
What
won.
am I picking?
Raw or SmackDown.
Raw SmackDown.
I'm gonna pick SmackDown. SmackDown.
John got SmackDown. Good choice.
Good choice. Because guess what? I'm glad I got Raw. I'm glad I got Raw.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Now we going first pick.
All right.
So John won the toss. He gets to pick. You get to pick again.
Yeah, you'll tell the
I'm gonna do tails again. Just run the table here.
Tails never fails.
Okay. It is heads.
George get the first pick.
George.
Okay. First of all, let's establish our champions. Who's our champion on Raw?
Well,
whoever the champion
right
is
now,
Damien
Priest.
I think you have to hold the champions the same because, like,
So George, your champion is Damien Priest.
Yeah.
John got
Becky
Cody
Lynch.
Rhodes. I'm writing this down too. Who's your women's champion?
Women's champion right now.
Becky is on Raw, right?
Yeah, Becky.
Okay, Becky. And SmackDown. Do they have a women's champion? It's not Io. Oh, Bailey. Duh.
Bailey, yeah.
And the tag, I have A-Town Down Under as the tag DJ.
On SmackDown. A-Town Down Under. All right, so we're gonna get that out the way.
And I have
He's got awesome truth.
You got R-Truth. Yeah.
You can keep awesome. You can enjoy that.
All right, so we got it. We got our champions down. George, you got first pick, right?
Yeah.
First pick for Raw. Where we going?
This is tough.
One male, one female, one tag team. Right?
Yeah.
One female, one tag team, and then 3 at large. So whoever you want.
Okay. First pick. Remember when The Rock was the first pick and everybody looked at him like, oh, God.
I think I got to take, with the first pick, I got to take Roman.
Roman is on the Raw. Roman actually with the draw through the draft, which I've never seen anybody do, but okay.
Hey, that's the draft.
We just making up the rules as we go.
Yeah.
Good pick. Head of the table, tribal chief, former champion.
All right.
Does Roman get to keep it stable or not? Interesting. On George's show.
We'll see.
We shall see.
Okay, Brandon.
Brandon's high as hell.
Hey,
Brandon's higher than Philly Game's passer rating right now.
Hey, that's a very high opinion.
All right, John. He picked Roman Reigns.
What you got? What you got,
Rhea
bro?
Ripley.
Oh,
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley.
Yep. That's cool.
We're gonna say she's not injured. So
yeah.
Rhea Ripley, good choice.
We can
Not in
take
this world,
injuries
baby.
off the shelf.
What?
Ooh.
We taking injuries off the shelf, so hey.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is
we take injuries out the shelf. Rhea
fantasy
versus
world. This is
Rhea
yeah.
versus Bailey wouldn't be a bad. You can stretch that out a couple pay-per-views.
You could.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Everybody's gonna be watching Raw by the end of this show. I'm just gonna say
So
that.
are we snake drafting it? Where now George has the next pick, and then or
Yeah.
Don has the next pick, and then
That has the next pick. Yeah, we're gonna snake draft.
I didn't.
So,
Okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
I have the
yeah,
next
it's called
pick.
the snake draft. You start, and then the next guy's first, and then like that.
Okay. CM Punk.
Ooh,
Nice.
like Mussolini.
Hey, don't do that. That's terrible.
That's not a bad pick. Nice. Take Mick Foley. If we were doing all time, he wouldn't have picked Rhea Ripley if we were doing all time. Not
Nah,
first.
we should do all time one day. That'd be great because I
That
think
would be fun.
that'd be ideal.
George,
But
you got Roman Reigns. You gonna that's CM Punk.
well,
It's a good pick. Oh,
Seth Rollins.
Seth
Rollins.
freaking Rollins. Ooh, John. Hey,
I'm just
George
saying.
has two built-in rivalries already. He can go Roman versus Seth. He can go Seth versus Damon Priest. Off top, right now, day one.
All right.
That's nice.
I'm gonna need you to
All
come
right,
with
George.
me. I'm gonna need you because my women's champion, she gonna be good too. But my
Okay.
tag team, I gotta take somebody out the woodwork that you ain't thinking of. I gotta do it. But hey, I took Seth Rollins. So since we are in a snake draft,
Mm-hmm.
it's my
You
pick.
up?
So with my women's pick,
Mm.
let me go Jade. Give me Jade.
I knew
Jade
you were going to take
Cargill? Okay.
I knew he was taking.
If we're taking Rhea, the only other person I would take in this particular scenario would be Nia Jax. But at the same time, I really feel like Jade is the perfect rival for her. And
Jade versus Becky Lynch is a very interesting feud.
Big money.
That's money. That is
I like
money.
it. I like it.
That's not a bad pick. Not a bad pick at all. All right, John. How we gonna counteract this? Two good picks: Seth freaking Rollins, Jay Cargill.
All right. Well, to add to Rhea Ripley and CM Punk, we're going with the Ring General.
Nice
Good
pick.
Great.
Gunther versus Punk. Gunther versus Cody Rhodes.
Gunther. Oh yeah. Ooh, got some nice built-in fuse already there.
And
George, you got one. You got the next pick, next round. Round 4.
Is it George or is it me?
It's you.
It's John.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, I gotta go. L.A. LA
you knew
Knight.
you knew he was gonna do it.
Yeah, no, I already knew it. It's okay.
He had no choice. He had to. He had to do
it. So I could keep LA Knight and Cody Rhodes as baby faces. I could turn Punk heel. I got Gunther. I tell you, SmackDown's looking sharp. SmackDown's looking good.
I definitely would prefer a heel CM Punk.
Yeah. Because that's what we're gonna get into, right? Who we feuding with.
George, he putting pressure on you now.
Yeah.
You do need a tag team, sir.
I do need a tag team. But
No
I feel
rush.
like my tag team is going to come last because I feel like they can fit perfectly. And you know what? I get back-to-back picks anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and pick whoever I want as far as whichever I pick because they're going to come back. We're going right now with Drew McIntyre.
Ooh.
Got to round it out with heel Drew, because heel Drew is amazing. Not gonna lie, it makes
Hey, fresh off a new contract.
fresh off a new
Big
contract.
money.
Heel.
Big money.
Look,
Big
I got
money.
Drew McIntyre versus Roman. I got Drew McIntyre versus Seth.
And
Drew
Damian
McIntyre
Priest.
for Damian Priest, and that's already.
I do not like that you splitting up CM Punk and Drew McIntyre though, but that's you cooking. You cooking.
Hey, look, I put it
That
to you like
feud
this.
is that's so much money. It's so much money in CM
It's
Punk
so much
versus
money in that. But look, I put it to you like this: if I knew he was gonna take Seth Rollins, I can't let him take the whole entire feud. I can't.
You got him. You got him. You still got Seth. Yeah, you still got it. So
And then my tag team pick.
tag team pick. And I'm gonna throw. I know I'm not supposed to be running the show, but I'm gonna throw a surprise, one time only, all time pick in last. Is that fair?
Okay.
That's cool.
Sure.
Just to throw a little jazz in there, pizzazz.
My tag
Who's
team,
your tag team?
I'll take right now. I'm gonna take the Street Profits.
Ooh, let's go. Okay.
And
Explain that pick.
Street Profits, they got way too much charisma to be where they at in the business, period. Angelo Dawkins is a fucking star. And I just feel like with that tag team and they have a little bit of Bobby Lashley action, if they were a heel tag team, it'd be that much better.
Fans did not let them become heels. They tried it.
They wouldn't let them. But
They
if they were actually heels, they'd be so much better. Give them like a Crime Time run where they just kind of just do shit and they just kind of fuck shit up. I guarantee you, on my show, yeah, they're gonna run wild. They're gonna run wild on Raw.
Nice potential for a split too.
Nice potential for a split. So I might have got two superstars rather than just one.
All right, John. You got your tag team. Let's recap. John's first pick was Rhea Ripley. John's second pick was CM Punk. Great pick. John's third pick was Gunther. Then his last pick was LA Knight. He needs a tag team.
What is the rule on a tag team?
What's the rule?
Are they a tag team that's together all the time? Or are they a tag team that's Actually, I don't even want to go into that rule. I know who I'm going to take. I'm going to take New Catch Republic.
New Catch Republic.
Okay.
My question is are Tama and Solo a tag team? I don't think technically they are.
No, they really haven't had any.
They might be building that up though.
They're building it up, but it's not something that you can say that is a tag team.
I think when they throw Jacob's probably coming in at that pay-per-view, so he's gonna be that mystery helper. I'm assuming. We can talk about that after we're done with this. But
now, do we want to just kind of call it the ring and let Country pick like one or two honorable mentions for each roster?
I'll pick my own honorable mention. Can I pick my own honorable mention?
Yeah. Okay. Right now, John. Wait a minute. Right now, John. Okay, so let's get our picks out the way. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley, CM Punk, Gunther, LA Knight, New Catch Republic for John. Roman Reigns, Seth freaking Rollins, Jay Cargill, Drew McIntyre, and the Street Profits for George.
Shut up, Brandon.
Okay. As moderator and GM of this draft, I'm going to. John got the last pick, so I'm gonna throw it to George. Is that fair? Is that fair?
That's fair. In my mind,
all-time pick. Single, tag team, female. I don't care. I need one. All time. And I mean from the history from fucking Bruno Sammartino all the way down to Dominic Mysterio. One
all-time pick.
One all-time pick.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, shit.
Can't pick him. He's not a worker.
Hey,
I just thought of another thing to make this game even better. But we're gonna go with all-time pick first. Starting with you, George. What all-time guy is gonna come in there and mix up your whole roster?
man, I ain't
And
got.
don't give George that opportunity because I can see it in his eyes.
I'm gonna have to go with Austin. I'm gonna have to go with Austin.
I was gonna say because I was like, I'm looking at John's shirt, and if he doesn't pick,
Because I'm looking, I'm like,
if he doesn't go Austin, it's like
it was out of two people from Texas. It was either Austin or Taker, and I'm like, Taker can be beat out by Austin, Rock, and potentially Bret Hart if we talking to this guy. So I gotta go with something strong.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. Not a bad pick.
Building the brand here.
Not a bad pick. You definitely not PG-13. You gonna have to.
Oh hell no! We all on Netflix, baby. This is a Netflix show. This ain't nothing for no kids. Go ahead and put them together.
All right, John. John, hey,
Listen,
he hits you. He hits you with a money guy.
after last week, I'm going Bret the Hitman Hart.
What?
Like I gotta go Bret Hart. Bret
You
Hart
already
versus
know.
CM Punk. Bret Hart versus Cody Rhodes.
Oh,
I mean, are you kidding me?
Bret Hart versus Gunther. Ooh.
Bret Hart versus anybody, really. Except maybe Jay and Jimmy Uso. They missed my list.
I can't stand John.
We're not doing that today.
All right.
Every chance you get. Every chance you get.
Yep.
All right, let me throw a wild card in here for you guys.
Okay.
Who is your commentary team? I need a play-by-play. I need a color guy. All time.
Is this all
We can
time?
go all time. I know John is old school, so he's gonna pick.
I guarantee
you know who I'm picking.
Who's gonna be in there? I guarantee you, Gorilla's gonna be in here.
Do I get to pick both at the same time?
Yeah.
Or yeah, no. That's your commentary team. Go ahead.
Commentary team.
I'm going Gorilla and Jesse.
Gorilla and Jesse.
Yep.
Not bad.
I gotta go JR and King.
JR and
King comes out. I need Austin. I need that. I need that fire. I need that desire.
Yeah, I'm going Gorilla and Jesse.
I'm going to make this game very interesting.
That's great. This is fantastic.
This is all off the head, all off the dome. I'm going to give you a choice. Who is your owner? Vince, Eric Bischoff, Tony Khan, Paul Heyman. Who's running your company? We starting with you, George. Who's running your company?
Now? Like these personalities now?
All extra stuff out. We not doing none of the extra stuff. So who's running your company? Vince, Bischoff, Heyman, Tony Khan. There's so many ways you could go.
I'm trying not to sink my show because this could make or break it because the booking is so important. Seeing that
I know where John is not going.
Is this an owner or is this a booker? There's a difference.
Yeah, no. This is owner.
No, we're going owner. Let's not do booker.
Okay,
owner. We can pick a booker. Now, y'all want to pick a booker too?
Nah.
I want to do a booker.
Nah. I ain't gonna
That's too deep in. That's too. We wrestling geeks if we do bookers.
Yeah, no.
You know who I'm picking, country. You know exactly who I pick. You know exactly who's getting picked.
We can't do bookers because we got to keep the fans honest to the
Yeah. So we going overall, no drama, no harassment suits, no court thing. This is strictly.
And as crazy as it seems, I got to take Austin's number one rival, Vince McMahon. I got to.
He's taking Vince. Mr. Oh,
I'm
I should have added Stephanie and Shane in there.
You really should have, because I would have.
I'm going off. I was going to go off the script and pick Shane McMahon.
That's fair. Will you allow that, George?
If he allows me to take my pick back, because I really don't want him. If I had to,
okay.
I'll take Eric
Let's
Bischoff.
throw Vince out. Let's throw Vince out. Vince got too much.
Yeah,
Vince got too much going. Is that fair?
Too much
Is
baggage.
that fair?
Yeah,
is that fair?
We don't want Vince involved in wrestling anymore, even in a fantasy world.
Okay, so let's go this. Let's go this. Shane McMahon, Eric Bischoff, Tony Khan, Paul Heyman, Stephanie McMahon.
Eric Bischoff.
Oh, Triple H. Yeah, let's. Nobody said it was gonna be easy, George. Nobody said it was gonna be easy, baby.
Why don't we just reach back and put Fritz Von Erich up there and stuff like that?
No, we ain't going there.
It would have to be Triple H, because with the booking of the current superstars that I do have,
we're just doing an owner figurehead. We're not doing booking.
No. Like, I put it to you like this: he's a very hands-on owner, because he was in the business for so long. So you have a lot of gimmicks and a lot of sets that he's gonna have to book himself in. So, to be honest, these owners, they all have booked themselves into segments. So you kind of have to look at it as a booker too. I just thought about it like that, because of course, if you have like an owner, you're not really gonna see him. What makes these owners all great is because they all interact in their own business. And at the time that they're interacting in their business, it's a part of the choice, it's a part of the show. I mean, Vince is gonna come out and do a bit. Eric Bischoff's gonna come out and take a lick. Tony Khan obviously would do some,
Booker
T, funny enough, he was, over in TNA doing his own thing. And then Ring of Honor, he's, running that. So you got a lot of variables to it. So I will take Triple H, because of the fact that he can play a huge part in the booking as well as owning the company.
Triple H, not bad. I can see Triple H and Austin butting heads a lot.
Triple H and Austin butting heads. Seth Rollins not necessarily being the boss's best friend, and Drew McIntyre attacking the boss. I can see that.
John.
I'm sticking with Shane.
Dang.
He can talk.
Who also can get very physical.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let him wrestle.
Oh, Shane and CM Punk is money.
Here comes the money.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money right there. That's a lot of money right there. I'm tuning into both of these programs. I ain't gonna lie.
Listen here, SmackDown rating is going to be higher than the goddamn Buffalo Bills guy who traded with the Chiefs on Thursday night.
Well. Little company named ECW that I run. I don't have no champion.
You ain't got no money either.
Just a rogue little,
Is you in a Buick?
I need some money, so I'm gonna take Jay Uso. Take them off of you guys' hands. Y'all don't need them.
No.
Let me see.
You can take that. You can take him.
I need some technical wrestling, so I'm gonna take a little guy named Chad Gable. Like him.
Did you just say it's gonna be him, New Jack, and the Buick LeSabre?
Yeah, it's gonna be him, New Jack, and the Buick LeSabre at ECW. ECW on flats, baby.
I need somebody else. I need a big guy. I'm gonna take Bronson Reed.
Why would you take Bronson Reed when Braun Breaker is there?
I forgot about Braun Breaker, and thank you.
Why would you do that?
We are an upstart league. We're gonna come in and infiltrate both of you guys' company. I'm definitely taking Bianca.
Oh, so you NXT? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm NXT. So y'all can leech off me. I'm taking Bianca. I need a tag team.
The Creed brothers. Go with
That's a good
Gable.
pick. Ooh, nice little faction.
I can
Yeah.
see that.
Stevie Wonder could see that because that's what's going to happen on television.
Yeah, no.
Like,
I mean, unless they like do something else, which you never know what happens eventually.
Creed brothers. I'll take that. And because we need money, I'm taking a Rock. Duh. What else I need? I need a commentary team. Let me get Joey Styles. Is it Joey Styles from ECW?
Mm-hmm.
Let me get Joey Styles and Taz. Put that together.
Very interesting, my friend.
And I'm finishing it off with Paul Heyman. So even if the wrestling sucks, the storylines are going to be amazing.
yeah.
And my
The
little
whole place is going to go broke, but it'll be good while it's
no, I'm watching the money. I'm over the money. I'm over.
That man said the whole place is gonna go broke, but hey,
I'm gonna come coach some of y'all guys with all this heat money I'm getting in The Rock.
should make
No,
the Rock
hey.
promo. God. Like,
No, don't care about what I did. You guys put together a hell of a show. Hell of a shows. Both of them.
yeah, I mean, I like, like,
Y'all did a better draft than the WWE did, because that was boring.
I didn't really watch the draft this week. I was too busy watching the other draft. It was funny because I was watching the NFL draft and my buddy says, "Oh, every time I get so excited for the draft and then I'm let down." I'm like, I was like, "What draft are you talking about?" Because I'm like, "You watched the NFL draft."
I did 9 hours of draft
rough
coverage.
coverage.
I watched most of it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
You never,
I was.
that was a long 4 hours. So
I'm sitting up here picking people for teams that I just know for a fact that they ain't gonna pick them because they need to pick them. But shout out to my Chiefs for taking a decent draft and making it better because I really feel like they did a lot of good things in the later part.
They had a good draft. And
the later
these undrafted free agents they brought in some talent. Some of these guys are making that team.
I put it to you like this: I can't wait for training camp. I'm excited, like I'm going. But
It's gonna be a lot of some of your favorite players are not gonna make this team.
Oh no, I want the best player on. Look, so I'm a football guy through and through. What you can ask John every Sunday we talk. Like I'm not going to say, oh, I want this superstar on the field. If dude ain't performing, he not performing this week. You get to go sit on the sideline and make sure that everybody else gets cold water and the bench is
All
warm.
about the W.
So
Whoever's winning.
it's all about the win for me. So
all about the W's.
Like when we didn't get certain players, I mean, I'm never banging the table on OBJ. I'm never banging the table on other receivers. I'm never banging the table on none of that because I came from a place where we had a whole bunch of people that y'all didn't know, but we was playing against teams who had all these people that y'all did know. When I was in high school, I watched us play against Dez Bryant. I watched him do some immaculate stuff, but I also watched people out of our backfield do some immaculate stuff too. So my knowledge of football is totally different from anything else that anybody else kind of does. Simply because I'm just like this. I don't look at it as everybody else does. I know what talent is. I know who's going to be good, and I know who's going to be great. And it's a difference. Like people are hard on some of the players that we do have right now, simply because they're not other players. And what I mean by that is some of our tackles aren't other tackles that were drafted maybe before or after them. That's cool, but you got to get a team that fits together. And I think that's more important than having talent at certain spots. Yeah, we missed out on DK Metcalf a couple years back. Can't go back and relive it. But guess what? What is DK Metcalf won that we haven't? I'll wait. Don't make the argument. It's not an argument.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious because like everybody on every Twitter GM is always attacks Brett Veach, but you watch the show Country did on Thursday, and there's like 9 people in there. Every one of them has followed the draft to some level, and they were all wrong. Like every one of them. Like I said, George, I said it. They had a chart, and it looked like a It looked like a pilot. Like
Somebody
his screen
described it
was
as
yeah, his screen was going like his engines were failing all over the place.
somebody
Except
described it as an action movie when the computer
that was
is.
me. Yeah,
Was that you?
yeah,
It's
an
like it
action
looks
movie.
like the
Steve.
computer when everything's failing in the building. It's
It's
just
just
red lights blinking all over the place. It's
Nobody had a
chaos.
clue except Chuck. Chuck won 4 in a row. Like Chuck had 4 in a row at the end.
Yeah, after it just dropped 8 in a row. So it's like I said
Yeah,
that
well,
though. I said that towards the end. I'm like,
yeah,
yo, people have been looking at this draft for months, and we still got all this wrong, bro. It might be
horrible.
the right position. It's not the right player. It might be the right
Yeah,
player, but it's not at the right time. It just it's a crapshoot. And I don't like when people judge drafts. Like if you have a grade on the draft, it's like how you haven't seen them play, you haven't seen the
yeah.
fit, you haven't seen how they're going to be used. You can't judge it. You got to wait at least 3 years, bro. You can't judge a guy. You got to wait at least 3 years, in my opinion,
3 years a
unless
stretch.
they're total at least 2 years.
2 years. And the reason why I say that is because we have a receiver right now that he on year 3. If he don't prove it, yeah, I'm out. So
There's
he's
going to
gonna
be
Look,
some.
I'm looking at the stats.
hold on. Exactly. Exactly. He on year
I,
3.
I think if he's used properly, I think he has a spot on this team.
I think he has
Well,
a good spot on this team. I just feel like, they've been asking him to do way more than what he needs to. And what I mean by that is he's very young, but you have him playing a very important position that he doesn't know that he has to play yet. And what I mean by that is like you got him playing in the slot, and he's not really good in the slot right now. He came from a school where he played on the outside majority of the time, and 90% of that was just deep balls, and maybe he's gonna catch a screen or two, and he's running across the field doing maybe some slants every now and again. But that's not his game. That's not where he excels. We have 2 or 3 of the same type of receiver to a degree. You got Kadarius Toney, you got Sky Moore, who are all get the ball in their hands and watch them work kind of players. But when you have that, you don't really have a go getter who's a ball catcher. What I mean by that, we like when we got Rasheed, that was who we needed to grab. But now that Rasheed is in trouble, we got to find somebody else to kind of fill that void. So
yeah,
whatever
but we
happens,
have like I think we're going to see like that competition in that because Worthy's going to have a spot in the team. Rasheed's got a spot. Brown has a spot. Justin Watson will probably have a spot. After that, you got Tony, Moore, Cornell Powell still, Justin Ross. Like one of those guys won't be on this team next year. Like I think it's fair to say. And so it's going to be a tough thing. I mean, I know Boogie, like he's all about Kadarius Toney. He's excited.
I like KC too. Look,
I'm just
KC,
kidding, of course. Boogie's like, why is he on this team?
I like
Worthy
KC.
gets drafted the next minute. Why is Kadarius Toney on this team? Boogie, I'm like, man, the guy,
You
I
know,
give the
like
guy a
Boogie's a,
second. Give the guy a
Boogie's a
second to get his
believer
stuff
when I see
together.
it. He's definitely a believer when I see it type of guy.
Yeah,
He's
and that's
fraud. He just
fine. I
don't
mean,
believe it'll happen again. That's the funny part. Because I guarantee you, the thing is, like people have very good amnesia when they want to have it. Y'all act like when Kadarius Toney came in and he was adjusting his gloves in Jacksonville, he was the greatest thing in the world. But then all of a sudden, the year after that, when he started making very obvious mistakes, then it became, oh, he's a bust. He's not worth it. When literally 24 hours ago, when he won his ring, it was he deserved that ring because he came over from the Giants and he was fucking up over there. And I look, the game of football is definitely predicated by what have you done for me lately, and I get
yeah,
it. It's always going to be that. It's never going to change. Do I feel like there are players who have bad years and can bounce back from them? And I feel like Kadarius Toney is one of them. We've never seen him have consecutive bad years. We haven't seen him have consecutive good ones, but I think the positive you can take from that is we have never seen him have consecutive bad years. So my optimism is that he'll turn it around. And I'm not looking for him to have a 500-yard season. I'm not looking for him to have a 1,000-yard season. I just want him to be productive and make plays. That's
just
it.
don't just don't drop like wide open passes on Monday Night Football every single week of the
The,
season.
on
That's
Thursday
Man,
where the
night,
yeah.
bar.
or the season opener.
Y'all talking football.
Hey,
So,
look, we have a segment.
Country Boy, you have the numbers here. You have our draft. Like, what do you like about our drafts that we've made? What do you like about our picks? And who would you have picked? Is there somebody that maybe we're missing that you would have picked?
No, I like both of your drafts. I do. I think George got a lot of heels, but they also could be baby faces too.
Yeah, anybody can turn, right?
I think John's show is probably going to be more technical than George's show. Meaning it's going to be more banger type of and more technical, especially with Bret Hart. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to be technical masterpieces. John's going to have some 30-minute matches on his show. George might not have it. You got more entertainment than sports. Is that fair?
I mean, I
mean,
think
because
that
Austin's not going to give you a technical match, but he's going to
No,
entertain the hell out of you.
and he's going to draw ratings and money.
And he's going to draw ratings. But
Like,
if you throwing out Bret Hart versus CM Punk, I don't think George can compete with that wrestling wise. Well, you got Seth, you got.
I mean, look at that card.
You do.
Look
I
at
mean, you
real
got, but
good.
it's not like John has Gunther. Gunther and Hitman Hart are going to put
Yeah,
together a technical match. John got submission matches on his show. You don't. I don't think you have that, Jordan.
I got
If
first
that
blood.
makes any sense.
He got submission matches. I got first blood. I got Hell in a Cell pay-per-views. He has like I don't know, man.
You know
And
what separates? You know what really? I might have to choose George, John. I'm sorry, and it's because of one reason. JR
Black?
and King. No. It's not because he's black. It's Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler.
Hey,
listen, I am the greatest of all time on my broadcast team. You can talk to a wall.
And you got a
Gorilla
nice,
is the best ever.
especially if I throw Bobby in on your commentary team, which is very possible.
I picked
would
Jesse, and
definitely-
here's the reason why I picked Jesse. Because Bobby, I love them both. So, but Jesse and Gorilla were a little bit more technical, like when they were together. They were
And
a
you
little
got
bit
a
more
technical too. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I definitely with my show wanted to have good wrestlers. Like, and so like Rhea Ripley, that's why I took her. I just felt that like she's just so good. She's such a like an anchor, right? Especially now. Like other than she got hurt. And then like Punk, I didn't think I'd get Punk. I thought George would have taken him earlier. But I tried to have a little bit more. I did try and have a little bit more wrestling, especially when I got the chance to take Bret Hart. I figure Bret and Cody and Punk and Gunther and then whoever else.
All the purists are going to watch John's show.
Yeah.
George might have the 18 to 49-year-old guys. You might too. But the purists are going to love John's show.
You know how I kind of
I'm gonna get a knockdown. I'm gonna get some draws on John's show. John might go to the 30-minute time limit, and we don't have a damn winner.
Do you remember the SmackDown?
Which is cool.
Do you remember that? You remember the SmackDown 6? Do you remember when Heyman, when they had the initial first draft, and then Heyman was booking SmackDown, and he used like Guerrero and Edge and Ray and Benoit and Angle, but like Raw had like the Undertaker. Raw had like I think the bigger stars, but SmackDown had maybe the more wrestling, and I think that's kind of what it was.
Because if I could add, if I could add,
who would you add?
I would add Kurt Angle to John's show right now, and he would fit in. He would throw it.
I was debating between Eddie Guerrero and Bret Hart. That's who my guys were, because Eddie Guerrero would have been perfect. Eddie Guerrero on my show, but I'll take Kurt Angle.
You sure, man? Kurt Angle would. Oh my goodness! Is George Froze?
or Perk?
Perk is a mythical human being that never will exist again.
Perk should be studied. Man.
Kirk Angle.
Because what if I throw a guy like, I don't know if he's got the mic. Nah. What if I throw a guy like Samoa Joe on Raw with you, George?
No.
Is he not entertaining enough? He's not.
No.
He don't have a match.
I'll put it to you like this: he's entertaining, but
I could throw Taker on. I could throw Taker on Raw with you though.
You know who you could throw on Raw with me? Who's currently on here now? You can give me either Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens.
Here's the thing. I think my show's more technical. I think George's is more physical. He's got Roman. He's got Jade. He's got Seth.
I would throw
got
Kevin Owens too. Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Owens would be good with that. Who else?
Man, it's a name that I want to throw on John's show, but you cannot mention that goddamn name.
No, you can't.
You cannot mention that damn name.
I already know who you're talking about.
But he would be. Oh my god!
Ever.
Oh my god! I throw him on your show, John. You putting out nothing but
bangers, bangers.
I'm glad, John. We all vibing. We don't even need the private chat to do that one. I think we all know who I'm talking about, right?
That's a banger.
I want to hear. I'm kind of. I want to.
John, we cannot say his name.
We can't.
Why?
They haven't mentioned his name in a long time.
Because he did a very bad thing.
He's very, very terrible thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm like, who are we talking about? This is like, I was like, are we talking about the Usos? Like,
no.
You go.
Why can't we say his name? I was like, I can see why you can't say that name because I'll go on forever. Him. Yeah, he won't be on the show. He's not gonna make it.
No, he can't be. He can't be on your show. But if he would. Oh my God. Him and CM Punk. Him and Angle. Well, they did it pretty much. Him and Hitman.
Kareem has a great point.
What?
Throw Mick Foley on mine.
Ooh. That fits. That fit. Because. And it would have to be all three faces because I can see Cactus Jack on your show, George.
I would love some Dude Love action. Dude Love in that lineup would be perfect.
Mick Foley. The three faces of Foley. Yeah, y'all got some good shows.
We got to do an all-time show. I think that'll be something that we can do.
John, can I throw Owen on your show, please?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't throw the other guy on there.
You gonna give him
I couldn't throw the other guy on there, but
that's right. Now I got a tag team.
I definitely thought.
Brett Owen. Brett Owen.
And I gave them that they could be a tag team, they could be enemies, they could be.
Hold on, but I get Dude Love and Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Tag team champions. So
you got Mick Foley.
You added Kurt Angle and Owen Hart to my show. Yeah. And then Mick Foley to George's show, along with Steve Austin.
So we got to put a poll out. We got to see which show everybody's watching based off of the criteria that we already have set.
Why y'all didn't pick The Rock?
I mean,
He only had one all time.
I mean, if you have one all time, I mean, you can only take the only person that's bigger than him or another person that's potentially bigger than him at another time. It's like there's the thing about The Rock is he was such a great player that every time he comes in, there's only one bigger than him that can automatically trump him every time. And it's when that glass breaks. So
that's fair.
I'd take what I had to take.
I think Triple H would fit on George's show all time. If you had to add like Triple H as a wrestler,
he got him as the owner though.
He does have, he's the owner.
We throwing health issues out, right? So he can wrestle.
He could wrestle. Yeah. So he does have Triple H. That's another physical guy.
You know what? Triple H versus Drew McIntyre would be a dream match of mine.
Ooh.
That wouldn't be bad. I'd watch it. See, like, I'm looking at Bret Hart against, I got Cody, Bret Hart against Punk, Bret Hart against Gunther, Bret Hart against LA Knight.
Bret Hart
Like,
against Gunther would be the match to watch.
I'm gonna be honest, John. Cody Rhodes wouldn't be champion long on your show,
Hell no, he wouldn't.
and neither would Damian Priest.
Oh no, my whole
Neither one of your
roster
champions.
was set to be like,
Becky might carry the torch for a while as your women's title, George. Rhea's gonna take that from Bailey.
as soon as she gets healthy.
Yeah, she would take that from Bailey. Yeah, Bret Hart's gonna be a fighting champion on your show.
Oh, he's going to be the old. He's going to be the
Who
old.
would you run him? Yeah. Would you wait on CM Punk, or would you throw CM Punk to Bret Hart immediately?
No, I'd wait.
Yeah,
best in the world feud.
Bret versus Cody straight out the bat. You got to get that belt off Cody.
But don't. I mean, hey, LA Knight's coming. He's coming quick. He's coming up fast.
He would be entertaining, but I don't think he would. I don't think he could put on the matches that these guys
I need a U.S. champion, though. That's all right. I need a U.S. champion.
you take Logan Paul.
He's
LA
U.S. champ now.
LA Knight and Owen would be.
That'd be
Put
nice.
him with Owen on some house shows and get him out there. I want to put them together.
Listen, I'd probably end up, if I had Kurt Angle, I'd do a triple threat match at some point with Punk, Angle, and Bret Hart.
Ooh.
That's not on SmackDown, though. You got to pay to. That's a PLE.
Kurt Angle, CM Punk, and Bret.
That's technical, baby. That's technical wrestling. See? With Gorilla and Jesse calling the action. Well, no, I think those are good.
Roman and Seth with Austin?
Look at this guy. Who's this idiot?
Donald George. Two hell of a shows, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Nice.
This was fun, man.
Good.
This was fun.
So we're gonna.
I did throw another idea at you guys. I did throw top 5 sellers out there. I think that would be a very interesting conversation.
I know who might be my number one. So,
can I throw a name out there?
Sure.
Dolph Ziggler.
He's very good.
George Hayden.
Hey, you know what? I'm not one of those. Oh, he's not gonna do. I'm just like kind of on the side of. There's better. There's better out there. So,
I like Ziggler. I'm sorry.
Hey,
Nick Nemeth. What is his new name?
Nick Nemeth.
Nick Nemeth.
That's his real name.
Yeah, it's terrible. I see why Fish changed it.
Well, like Kurt Hennig would have to be on there.
Hey,
another guy that would fit perfectly on your show, John.
Believe me, I know where I'm heading. If I had an all-time draft, like,
because I would definitely throw the Hardy Boys on George's show
easily.
Yeah, I would have to throw the Hardy Boys. They would fit in like a glove.
Yeah, they fit in.
I'd have the Hardy Boys, and then I'd take
You would Hardy Boys versus Street Profits.
That's a high-flying match for your ace.
See, I would one of the teams I think I would add. I'd add Eddie and Chavo, Los Guerreros against New Catch Republic. Like that would be some good stuff.
I would throw John. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I would throw the Brain Busters on your show.
Oh yeah, bring Bobby in or the Midnight Express. The Midnight Express. I think if I had to, I would put them on my show. I think they'd be the type
I
of
would need a
guys.
gimmick. I need another gimmick, and I bring the Brood on as another gimmick.
You wouldn't we putting Gangrel in there because you know he can't talk.
Oh, Gangrel has to be in it because I need him to spit blood on the entrance.
That's it. Just spit blood, Gangrel, and then go to the back. We don't need you out here.
We don't need you to
Don't look at the microphone.
Okay, what version of the Hardys are we bringing? Are we bringing in the Michael P. Hayes Hardy Boys, or are we bringing in?
It got to be TLC 2 or TLC Hardy Boys, right?
TLC Hardy Boys. It has to be because if you bring in any other version, you bring in a lot of baggage.
I would,
version was not as good.
I'd put the Rockers on my show.
Can we get one AEW wrestler on your show?
Whose show?
Both of y'all.
Not George's. George.
Where can I say MG? Where can I say MJF?
He's definitely Raw.
George.
To the back. If I had to take one AEW star, it ain't him.
It's not.
Sorry, it ain't. Shit, I'll take Sting. Fuck that. But
come on, man. Sting is 75 years old, bro.
I mean, look, I'll be honest with you.
I tried to throw you Samoa Joe. You didn't want him.
I don't want Samoa Joe because he can talk half the time and then the other half he can't wrestle. It's like he picks and chooses what he wants to do that night. Either he's gonna talk real good that night, or he ain't gonna fight. Or he's gonna fight real good that night, or he's gonna say some bullshit on the mic. It's never both.
I didn't know I was touching the nerve with this one. John, what AEW wrestler would you?
Cesaro.
No, man. We need an AEW wrestler, not a former WWE wrestler.
He wrestles on AEW.
You know how hard that is, what you just said?
Yeah.
You know how hard that is, what you just said? Like, 90% of their roster is like everything left over from WWE. Like, what are you saying?
Yeah. Like, just writing in his check.
Like, all right, I'm vetoing both of y'all. I'm throwing Darby Allin. I'm throwing Darby Allin on Raw.
Okay. He can take a lick.
You can't. Yeah, he's gonna get choked.
And I'm gonna throw. Nah, he would get exposed. I would say I was gonna throw Kenny Omega to John's show, but they would tear his ass up. Who's a technical AEW guy? Ugh.
Like a technical AEW guy? Because that's the problem.
Okada would work. Okada would work on my show.
It would have to be. Yeah, it'd have to be one of the foreign guys. Okada. What about Ospreay? Nah, they'd tear his ass up too.
He'd be all right. I think Okada would be a bit more. I think Okada would fit better if I'm looking at. Like I don't mind Swerve. I would take Swerve. You know,
that's
like
a former WWE superstar.
Yeah, but he's the goddamn champion. Like, come on. He was never anything in WWE.
Hold on.
He's the champion.
Look.
Yeah, I know.
This is.
You got Darby Allin.
I got Darby. Look who I'm stuck with.
Hey, man, Darby Allin and Mankind would be a hell of a match.
That's true. Yeah, it would be.
You might get sued because you be the first deaf and ever. Because them trying to top each other.
They're gonna cut it close, and you know they are.
Yeah.
I think even Mick would be like, Darby, you're gonna kill yourself.
Hold on. Mick couldn't say shit because in that Hell in a Cell match, we all knew he was gonna die. But he, for some reason, his body just withstood it all. And I'm glad it did because it made for one of the best shows ever. But at the same time, it was just one of those situations where I just was like, yo, man, I don't know how much I can watch this, man. My mama gonna come in here and say, hell no, that man
said, Lawler said, oh my God, they killed him. And I thought he was, I didn't think he was lying at that point. Wow, he died.
Yeah.
I was like, he was gone. Because I'm like, at this point, I'm young, so after Owen passing, I'm starting to think this is a real thing that y'all doing because everybody seemed to be death defying on every week, even after that. So it's just like you got to
Yeah,
look at the
I mean, if
territory.
you listen to Cornette, he would say that was the night that we killed the business that night. That was one of the things that killed the business. He got a point. He got a point. He got a point. It's a little truth there.
yeah. I mean,
Because
it's
when Darby Allin's just flipping off the cage into a plate of glass for no reason at all, and then Jake Perry's arguing about going through a real glass versus sugar glass, we have a problem. Why are we doing this?
I
You
get the
feel me?
sense I understand trying to be different, but it just seems like it doesn't make sense sometimes. It's like, dude, we know the dangers of all this shit. You don't have to kill yourself. And if you're gonna kill yourself, do it on like a big show. Don't do it like, I mean, let's not forget Cornette fucking fell off the scaffold,
Yeah,
killed
yeah,
both of his knees. Like,
yeah, yeah. But
but
but Darby does, and then this is full circle, and we can end it on this. Darby does stuff. Is he wants to die? I don't get, bro. The bump he took on the ring. What was that? Why are you doing that? You remember the one I sent where he took like a brain buster on the side of the ring? Like,
Hmm.
what would you do? What are
yeah,
you doing?
Him jumping through that glass table. I think it was Sting's last night. Him jumping through that glass table off that ladder. I was like,
Right.
that
On
was
chairs.
yeah.
mm,
It was why? Why?
I mean, I guess because that show
fix
needed
it,
that type of
fix
stuff.
it.
Fix it. I don't. I don't give me. I kind of feel like that. Like you can't just keep putting that man through them situations and expect him to be a star anytime after that. Like I feel like they're not gonna have Darby Allin after a while if they keep letting him do dumb shit that they keep letting him do.
And well wishes to Darby. He got hit by a bus
Absolutely.
apparently, which is
Jesus.
we talked about it. How do you get hit by a bus? But this kid gotta, bro. Somebody gotta pull his coattail, bro.
Yeah,
Let
they
him
got to
have
tell
that.
him to slow down. Just like,
I,
let's
I,
do less.
I, I know that I know Vince is a terrible person, but even he told Mick, "Hey, that was 15 chair shots, bro. We can't do that anymore." You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
even he had a heart. And Tony Khan, you gotta muster up a heart to be like, kid, look, you cannot kill yourself on my live TV program. I'm
I feel
sorry.
like Tony
If I
Khan is
have to
gonna
fire
not
you,
necessarily allow something like that to happen, but I feel like he's gonna be the one to be careless enough for it to be rules in place.
we don't want
Because
another Jaws situation where he's paralyzed. We don't
we
want
don't
yeah.
that.
want any of that.
Nobody wants to see
No,
that.
No,
And that was
no,
a
we don't
long
want
time
any of that.
ago. But
and that was a freak accident. Just by like
yeah,
D'Lo just doing a movie he's done 100 times. It just happened to be that night, unfortunately. But that is that's the line. Like you're inches away. Like if he doesn't land the right way and he lands the other way, we could be having a different conversation.
Right.
bro,
And I mean,
I've seen Brock do a moonsault that should have
the shooting star pressure to kill them.
shooting star press.
90%. Like he was
If he
2
wasn't
inches
so big,
away from,
we would have killed him.
yeah, he would have landed dead on his neck.
It's one of those ones where you still, bro. You know, one of those ones that you still turn from. Kurt Angle suplexing Shane McMahon on the concrete
Uh,
through that go.
that glass.
You can hear
Yeah, he
thunk.
boom when he dropped right
It's
down
a
his head.
thunk, and you can hear it clear on the.
The
It's
first
one of the
time he did
hardest
it, when the
things to
glass
watch of
didn't
all
break.
time.
When the glass didn't break, it was just like
Ooh.
I thought he was gonna move on. That's the hard
No,
part to watch.
so Shane told him to keep
Keep
going.
going. Yeah, no. Shane told him to keep going, but it's just like I thought he was gonna move on from that spot
They
because they
said
knew that
Vince
glass.
almost came from the back to stop it. And
Yeah,
they win
I
another
mean-
10 minutes. They win another.
Shane's done some crazy shit that he really didn't need to do either.
Man, Shane is a. Didn't he jump off? How was that? 50 feet? He jumped
Well,
off.
yeah,
the edge?
but at least that was kind of planned. At least they had a stunt
Yeah,
set up,
yeah.
so it was relatively safe. The angle one, he just dropped him on his noggin. It was like, Jesus,
Bro,
Like,
and you could, and not once. What? How many times? 3 times?
Because I feel like they had to go through each glass plane like twice.
Because
So
he dropped
just
him on
kept
the other
doing it.
side too.
Yeah, he kept doing it. It was
Oh
bad.
God.
Shane ass was getting beat. Like that's
Oh,
when you be like,
Shane.
hey
Shane
man, you
is
gotta stop the fight.
Shane is amazing, bro.
that's my owner. That's my owner, man.
Yeah, you got a hell of an owner who also might
Yeah.
kill himself.
All our owners walking out with neck braces.
Well, like I
Did you
said,
see
I will be tuned in to both shows. Dan, we should have picked the network.
Well, I mean, he's going on Netflix, and I'm going to be on USA.
USA apparently, because
Yeah.
people watch him on TV.
That makes
They
sense.
ain't watching me on TV. Not unless you're paying for it, baby. Look, I'm giving you high quality, high flying action. You getting good shit. You're not getting repetitive super kicks and spears. Nah, you getting work.
Not for me.
Y'all, neither one of y'all. I didn't pick Shawn Michaels either. Yeah.
I'm going to pick Bret Hart over Shawn Michaels every day of the week.
Oh, John, I know somebody I want to add to your show.
Who?
Shelton Benjamin.
Ooh, he'd be nice. He would be very
Shelton
nice.
Benjamin.
There's a guy that never got the chance he deserved.
Oh my
Remember
God.
that he won the title
him
and
and-
he didn't win it when he beat Triple H and the place exploded?
Man, that was
You throw him in with Bret Hart? Oh, with that athleticism? Oh, wait.
Bret Hart
That
against
was-
Kurt Angle would be a WrestleMania. As Gorilla Monsoon once said, that's a main event anywhere in the country. But he against Bret Hart would be a WrestleMania main event.
Has to be.
Bret Hart against Angle. It would be so good.
Let me see. Because George got Roman and Seth just sitting there waiting to be a main event.
I know somebody I picked from.
Street Profits and the Hardy Boys is a WrestleMania moment.
That'd be good.
George, who would you throw at Austin though? I'm almost looking at a Triple H versus Austin main event.
We can do that. We can definitely do that. But I would have to bring somebody else in on my show that can be on both of our shows to challenge Austin. Randy Orton. Give me that Legend Killer flow against Austin.
Here's a name I'd add to my show. I think just because Rob Van Dam
on your show.
Yeah,
he would not fit.
You wouldn't?
Yeah,
way too technical high flyers.
Can I counter that with Y2J?
Rob Van Dam against Owen Hart wouldn't.
He don't want Jericho
work?
nowhere near it. He don't want Jericho nowhere near his show.
You can keep Jericho. You take him. It's all right.
Oh, you know who would technically, and I mean that literally fit on your show, John?
Yeah.
Dean Malenko.
You would? A lot of those guys.
Dean Malenko on your show?
I'd pick Ray. I'd take Ray if I could. Like
I take Perry Saturn on my show.
Yeah, Prime Ray against Bret Hart.
I would put Bill Goldberg on George's show.
That's easy.
And Brock would also go to yours. Brock could go to both shows too.
Brock can go to his because he has a bunch of people on his show that are technical wrestlers who rival Brock. On my show, it's just a lot of muscle, so it'd be power struggles most of the time, and that I don't need no more of. So he can definitely take that.
You wouldn't. We have to see Brock versus Austin, bro.
No, we don't. We don't got to see that shit. Because WrestleMania 20.
Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna put 2 more guys on John's show: Macho Man and the Snake, Jake the Snake.
Jake wouldn't fit. Jake wouldn't fit on the show.
Jake wouldn't fit on the show.
Nah.
Good promo. Not in the ring. Guys, like Savage would fit. Savage would fit. Like Savage against CM Punk would be unbelievable.
You don't need Jake
I need
on your
Ricky
show.
Steamboat for my show. I need like a Ricky Steamboat.
Ricky Steamboat would fit on my show, I think, more than yours. If we're
Please,
being honest.
please.
You kidding me? Ricky Steamboat against like all the guys I got? Ricky Steamboat's way more tech.
Ricky
who'd be
Steamboat
good
versus Seth Rollins would be a highlight reel. Period.
Actually, you know who'd be perfect for your show? Ric Flair.
I was thinking that too, but I
was thinking that too.
Oh,
yeah.
I was thinking about this though. Steiner Brothers.
Yeah. On George's or
not
mine?
Big Papa Pump. I don't.
shit,
No.
Give me Harlem Heat. Fuck all that. Give me Harlem Heat on my show.
I would take Booker T on my show as a single. Booker T would work on my show. He and Bret Hart had some pretty good matches. So before we go, I want to ask you something because when I'm done here, I'm going to watch some wrestling. So I need an event, nothing super new, you know. So I need a pay-per-view or something that I can watch. So I need one from each of you. Give me one. I need a recommendation.
Valentine's Day, St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
St. Valentine's Day Massacre. That was the one where The Rock did the SmackDown Hotel song for the first time. And
that's Austin McMahon in the cage.
Yeah, with Big Show.
Mm-hmm. Not bad.
All right, George.
You know I'm a WCW guy, right?
I know you're a WCW guy.
Oh, God. Halloween Havoc.
No, let me get Bash at the Beach in '96 because you gotta see
the formation.
You gotta watch the formation
because you didn't get to see it because they ran out of money and cut the show off. So.
You really didn't. But the thing is, the best part about it was the chaos prior to Hogan coming out for me.
And you can't say his name. Fully Loaded '98. Rock versus you can't say his name.
Oh, that's 2000.
That's 2000.
Was that 2000?
Yeah.
That was 2000?
So George, yep. It was the triple main event. It was the Rock against him, Taker against Angle, Jericho against Triple H. It was
I'm thinking about Rock versus the guy we can't say his name and Shane McMahon.
That was Fully Loaded 2000.
That was 2000? Okay.
2000, yeah.
You sure?
So George, I'm gonna need another pick from you because I watched the NWO thing the other day after we did the fact.
Okay. Watch Beyond the Ring.
I've watched them all. Yeah. They had a good one on Sherry. I'd actually pick her. I'd add her with Rhea. If I had to pick, I'd put Sherry.
Slamboree '97.
Oh.
All right. I could do that. Is that the one with the NWO against Kevin Green and the Horsemen?
I think.
Probably.
Let me
Probably
check.
is. So. See,
now I just want to watch Kurt Angle versus Brock at WrestleMania
19.
Yeah, and Stone Angle versus Shane McMahon. I just want to watch it and turn away from that part.
Country gonna watch it.
Slamboree '97 had Steven Regal versus Ultimate Dragon. It had Public Enemy versus Harlem Heat. It had Medusa versus Luda Vanchan, Rey Mysterio, Davide Yuji, Glacier versus Mortis, Enrico versus Jeff Jarrett, Ming versus the guy who can't be named, the Steiners versus Hugh Morris and Conan, Steve McMichael versus Reggie White. That's that one. Ric Flair, Roddy Piper, and Kevin Green versus the NWO. Yes. Watch that shit. That shit was actually good.
That's Slamboree '97?
Yes, Slamboree '97.
George is such a huge George and I have such a affinity for WCW and some of them, like the mid card guys.
I never really watched WCW pay-per-views. I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's what I was
Sorry.
feeling.
I'm sorry.
I was feeling. I was in here hot. I got the remote in my hand, ordering pay-per-views. Just
I definitely ordered. I ordered the one that Owen Hart died. I definitely
I did
ordered
too.
the Mega Powers at WrestleMania. I definitely ordered that.
I ordered
I
WrestleMania.
ordered the I think it was called Deadly Games. Where
No,
the Rock
Survivor
won the
Series.
tournament there.
Yeah,
Corporate
Survivor Series.
corporate champion. I definitely snuck that one and ordered it.
I was so old. I'm so old that I watched. My dad took me to watch WrestleMania 5, the Mega Powers Explode, on closed circuit. Like that's how old it was. Thankfully, like my old man always found guys who had satellite dishes, and just were like these. They were nice enough, but they were just weird dudes. And he wasn't even there sometimes. My dad would be like, "Oh, was the pay per view on?" He's like, "Oh yeah, let yourself in and watch it." So it's like, it was great that way. Like I was fortunate. Like the old man always loved wrestling, so I was always lucky. But once I got older and once I was in college, we were watching him at bars all the time because that's when it was crazy. But
Okay, so I got the list. So when you want to put it out the graphic, I did throw 2 honorable mentions on your shows. I threw KO and Mick Foley on George's show. I threw
yeah,
Kurt Angle and Owen Hart on John's show. So
I can dig it.
yeah.
I tell you, there's going to be some technical masterpieces on SmackDown.
We can go
It
another
will be-
hour and I could give you guys 3 free agents, but we're not gonna do that. We can go all night
I
with
don't think
this.
that's necessary.
Yeah, like we're going to be ready to go. Country Boys, like, hold on a second. I got one more. Just one more. One more.
Yeah.
After
We
Dirt
need a
hit the
manager.
motherfucker.
Jimmy Hart or Jim Cornette. Go.
Jesus
No.
Christ.
You know who I'm picking. We're actually going to try and discuss managers
Mr.
coming up.
Funaki. What was Yokozuna's manager?
Mr. Fuji.
Mr. Fuji.
That was great.
Somebody got to pick Disco Inferno. Who is it?
That would be George. George is going to pick Disco.
We need one
Disco.
jobber. We need
I
one jobber.
love
Brooklyn
Disco.
Brawler or Disco Inferno?
It's gonna be Disco because Disco was my guy. I love Disco when he came out. You know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. We'll have a WCW show, and I'm gonna bring out names like Alex Wright.
I was just about to say Alex Wright, the Wonder Kid. The Wonder Kid.
I'm gonna talk about everybody. Prince
Remember when Alex?
Arca?
You remember when Alex Wright turned heel?
He should have, and he was one of the best heels ever. He was like William Regal on steroids because he hated America. His whole thing was that I loved every minute of Alex Wright's heel.
I remember when he turned heel when he did the dance.
But that dance was everything.
Gold Dust.
He's a man.
Man. Well, Regal came out with them overalls, Jack. Boy, what you got on? Ain't you?
Yeah, he came out with a helmet. He came out with a construction helmet.
He had a lunch and everything. I was like, really sell this.
Gotta kill Regal.
What happened to?
We good.
Yeah, he came out with a friggin' construction helmet on, like he's working a 7 to 3 shift. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, my man wrestling in.
Hey, I had fun, man. As soon as y'all get the graphic up, tweet me so we can get some votes. We need some big votes on this one. What show are you watching?
Show y'all watching.
It's 50-50 right now, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I think in fans, I think Stone Cold, and I'm telling you, George kind of he killed you with JR and King and Austin. That combination.
You can have JR and the King. I'm happy with my broadcast team.
In your broadcast, those guys fit your broadcast.
Yep. That's fine. I'll take. What's that?
I think they would really call your show because they would have to sit down and break down a lot of your show, which JR and King would be perfect for mine because they don't have a whole lot of shit to explain.
King,
Yeah, JR can be
Gorilla,
JR.
Gorilla and Jesse wouldn't plan a thing. They just go out and do it.
Yeah, I can see
So,
that.
well, gentlemen, I thank you. This has been a wonderful time. Country is on like 9 hours of draft coverage between wrestling and football. And what's the next draft show you're going to work on? NHL draft, Kingdom Kast NHL draft show. How's that one?
Hey,
Kingdom Kast, what y'all got coming up?
we have I think Tell the Truth podcast on Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock. I think they are gonna break down the draft. The picks and the undrafted free agents. That should be fun. Join D-Mac, CG, and CJ, or DG and CJ as they break down those picks. Thursday, Kingdom Kast. I think we have a special guest. I'm gonna spoil it, and if he doesn't show up, just edit this out. We are gonna have Sammy Parker on the show Thursday.
Ooh, that's nice.
Supposedly. So
I've seen the interaction. I hope
y'all see this and it don't
everything
happen. It's never. I never said that. I was just saying.
He said okay, so we're gonna see.
Yeah,
He said allegedly. Allegedly. He said allegedly.
Allegedly,
So
he said okay. You know, I'm not gonna
fingers
allegedly.
crossed. But yeah, I think
you guys are really And you have AM PM on the Saturdays, right?
Yep. So they should probably dump into some draft coverage as well, and some of these. We got some good undrafted free agents, man, for real. Like we got some really some gems in there, man. So they're gonna work through that draft, and they'll probably pick their favorite guys and break it down. So stay tuned, man. We got big things coming.
For anybody watching this podcast, this is the Ron Simmons Stand podcast. We don't, like 100%. You know, and also a Chiefs. This is a Chiefs podcast, like a Chiefs supportive podcast, as you can tell by the colors on the logo. Like so,
it's going one way.
Yeah. So, Country Boy. One time when George and I roll into Kansas City in September, whenever the schedule comes out, we should maybe get together, maybe do a live one, an in-person one, if we can, if you could fit us in.
Ooh.
You got a room big enough for me?
We do it at the hotel. Kareem can be there. We get Kareem on that. You know, that'd be
as long as somebody brings some ribs. We need ribs for that. If we need gates.
Look. I'm kind of sore. You trust me? I'm gonna tell Kansas City up when I get there, baby. Okay, that was gay.
Believe me. The Ginger Mike and I, the first place we're probably going to go is back to Gates to get the burnt end sandwich. Like Mike ordered, we both ordered 2, which impressed the lady at the counter. She was like, "You're all eating again." I was like, "Yeah, I'm eating again." I mean, that was one of the best.
You gotta go to Jack Stacks to get some burnt ends, though.
We have to. We haven't been there. That was the one.
And some cheesy corn.
I'm not getting any gizzards. You can take that.
Man, Kareem, man, look, I ain't even.
We going to wings and things. If he come to Kansas City, he can pull up with the new truck.
Yeah, well, but the one we didn't go to last time was Jack Stack, so it's definitely on the list. We went to Q39, Gates, and Joe's. Those are the first 3. So
I might have to take you to the undercurrent. I might have to take you down to the hood, man, and take you to LC's, man.
Everybody trying to take John to the hood.
Everyone want to take me to the hood.
That's the funniest shit in the world.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta take you to the under. I couldn't think of the word, but I gotta take you to the underworld. Take you to LC's, baby.
Now, what is that?
Anything they have to give a nickname to, it's just good. Just go. Don't even worry about it. Just go.
That's fine.
Get you some real tips and fries, baby. Get you some real tips and fries. You know, get you some burnt ends. You know. Hey, we'll talk about it. We'll talk.
But yeah, that's the plan. Is we're planning we're driving again. It was so funny when I met Boogie. He's like, "You drove?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I thought you flew." It's like, "No, our asses drove." And we drove home after the game, and I almost got a blood clot because I rolled my ankle at the game. And they were like, "You shouldn't have been in a car for 16 hours." I said, "Where were you, Doc? Like, you should have helped me then." But what a time! I can't wait. It's like Jordan.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
Jordan.
driving up this year, so it's gonna be an event.
Yeah.
How far is Port Arthur? Is that 12 too?
Well, actually, I live in Dallas now,
Oh, you
so
live in D. In the D, that's
yeah,
8.
yeah. So it's like what 9 from here.
Yeah. Jimmy Jigger? I don't know. I don't even know.
I'm gonna go wherever they tell me. That's all I know.
I'm not.
I'm gonna go.
I'm going to certain areas because I put it to you like this. I love the idea of going to Kansas City. I love the idea of trying the food in the area, but I feel like everything that is good ain't always in the best places. And of course, that's just like Texas. I mean, you're not gonna find the best shit in the best places, but I feel like on my first trip, I don't want to go to the hood. I don't want I'm not trying to find the hood of the city when I first go somewhere. Like if you went to Dallas and you was trying to come to Oak Cliff, I'm pretty sure you was trying to look for a fight. And I guarantee you found that bitch. And I guarantee it wasn't what you thought it was gonna be. So it's just like that. But like I said, I don't want to go to the hood my first try. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I mean, me personally, I probably wouldn't even know it's the hood because everywhere I go is the hood. So that's just me. But I just feel like, I want to come out, have a good time, go to a game, you know, see what the city has to offer, see what the nightlife talking about. Because I heard about Power and Light District, so I don't know what that's about.
I never got there last time. Yeah.
It's okay.
See, that's the thing. That's like if you was coming to Dallas and you was like, "Oh, I heard about Dallas, in Arlington or Texas
No,
Live."
I know enough about Texas nightlife. I'm so cool.
Nah, come on out.
I've never been maced in my life except in Texas.
You had a good time because
I didn't even, and it was like a wind that blew the mace.
I bet you the night was going good up until that point. I guarantee you. That's how it
Yeah,
always is. It
had a
was
very
great all the way up until the time you either get maced.
They say everything is bigger in Texas, and they do not lie.
Because
it was definitely big then.
If you ever went out in Houston or Austin or something like that, like Houston is a different level of nightlife. Austin is a different level of nightlife. It's different from everybody else. Dallas is
good. I'm good on Texas.
I'm too goddamn old for nightlife.
I don't even look. I'm in the house.
Yeah, I can't drive.
Yeah, I'm too old. I'm too old for nightlife. Like way too old for that.
I can see John out of the club right now with a whole suit on. John, why you got a whole suit on right now? I got the best weed I ever smoked in Dallas. It was laced. All right, it was laced. That had a little something sprinkled in it.
Man, because in Dallas, I ain't gonna. I don't want to offend nobody from Dallas, but it was not good weed. It was not good weed.
You know where there's good weed?
It was a long time ago, but when I smoked, it was a little brown. It was. I don't know if that was hash. It wasn't.
They got you. I put it to you like this: if you told them about I'm not from here, that, and let anybody from Dallas hear that shit, they gonna get you. That's money.
See, you want to know? Want to know where there's good weed? Right here.
In Canada?
Oh yeah.
Look, I'm gonna do with a baby right now. Who
they got that Hitman Heart out there?
Goddamn.
They got that Heart Foundation out there in Canada?
Oh, it's legal. It's perfectly legal. It's like, and it's like in Kansas City, we had to go. It was like the dispensary, so it was like a medical office. So they took took down your information. We went in the waiting room, and then they brought us in, and we got helped by a lovely young woman, who my buddy Mike's like, yeah, no, she was fine, and he's like, yeah, she wasn't really what I was looking for in a woman. He's like, she's got everything you like in a woman, so she was good. She helped out, but like here, it's easier. Here, and plus, if you go to the West Coast in Canada, it might be as good as you get. Like Vancouver, you go to Vancouver,
pretty cool.
Whoa, dope weed. So I told Boogie, he's like, where? He asked about going to Canada. I said, you should go to Vancouver. You should go to Vancouver. It's a great city. Toronto's dope.
Winnipeg and Manitoba when I went.
Jesus, poor bastard.
Hey, I was living in North Dakota at the time, you know. So
anyway, gentlemen, it's been a slice. So we appreciate country. Thank you everybody for tuning in. And remember, like, share, subscribe, the whole thing. Help us out. Give us we're gonna put that poll out. Let us know whose show you like, and I don't know. We'll talk to you later. Have a good one.
Next time I come back, we're doing an all rock show. Top 5 rock everything. If you smell it.
All right.
Fair enough. I like it. Have a good one.
Y'all be easy.